me. Okay, Mom, it's me, and I want to show you real quick how some of these valves work, just so that in case there's any issues, you can take a look. Right now, I'm in the media utility room, and in this room, there's this distribution unit here. On the bottom is the feed, and on the top is the return. And down here is another distributor unit, and this is the one I'm going to be focused on because this valve right here is controlled by the thermostat that's outside this door. You notice real close, if I come in real close, you can see that this valve is currently in the closed position. When this little needle's down, it's enclosed, and if it goes up, it's open and letting hot water come into this unit, be distributed to wherever it's going, and then it returns here and comes back into the system. So, but you notice when I got to Johnny's, these things were not really adjusted real well, and most of these dots, if you'll notice this little adjustment at the bottom, most of these were not properly adjusted. You can only adjust these when they're in the closed position, so right now when the system is off, the thermostat's off, it's in the closed position, and so you'll notice if I turn this little thing at the bottom, which I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do real well with one hand and holding the video camera, well, you'll notice I can kind of make it go out of adjustment, and when I got here, a lot of them weren't adjusted properly, and this is what's going to control. Let me get this back in adjustment. There we go. So you'll see right now, I'm just basically turning the brass thing at the bottom. A lot of these weren't adjusted, which really controls how it's going to be open and closed. This control unit at the top, these little Wiersbo control units, just control those valves. The yellow light indicates that the thermostat's on and calling for heat or calling for the valve to open. The red actually indicates the status of the valve. So in this case, the way you can kind of manually test them is the way I did was I would take these and I would squeeze them. I would actually take my thumb and fingers and squeeze it. You can hear a little click, and if I go back, if you look back at the top, you can actually see it opening, or at least indicating the switch, indicating that still the switch is working. So what I'm going to do is just show you, if I go back, I'm going to go to the thermostat right outside this door. Let me go to this thermostat. We'll keep an eye on what's going on. So I'm at this thermostat right here, and the unit right now is off. So I'm going to turn it on by flipping this switch right here. And I'm going to keep an eye on the lights. If you see the lights over across there, if I flip the switch on, now I hit the switch on, and now I'm going to turn up the temperature so that the thermostat's calling for heat. I'm going to just hit the up arrow until we see it go on. And I'm going to quickly run over to the valve and show you what it's doing. Okay, turn it on, and you see the orange light came on, and it's calling for it. Now I'm going to go down to the valve, and you'll notice that it's waiting. It's going to call for that valve to open in a second. See, oh, there it goes. Clicked on, and you'll see the valve position's now open. And you see it's open now. You see that adjustment thing is off. That's because it's open. You can't adjust it when it's open. And you'll see now that red light and the yellow light is on, indicating that not only it called for heat, but that the valve is open. And you can actually hear kind of water rush into the system. And if I feel, the pipe should feel hot, which it does right now. The water's coming in, you can actually feel it on the feed pipes going into the flooring. So that's how I've been testing it. So I hope that helps, at least in some of the basic, to make sure the basic things are working. When I first got here, none of these pipes, including the ones on the other side, were hot. These were all cold. I know this bottom one controls the bedroom that's behind me and the bathroom. This middle one controls, I believe, the kitchen and the living room area down here. This top one right here controls the kind of the laundry room area upstairs, and that hallway, like the jacket area up there. And then the ones on the other side the top one controls the great room area and Johnny's bedroom area. And then the bottom one controls the little hallway and the little bedroom on the other side down in the basement, the part that gets a little hot. So that's been my overview. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off just so you can see what it does then, and then I'll be done. So I'm going to go back to the thermostat, and I'm just going to switch the thermostat to off, and then switch it off, and we can see it. It goes off over there, and the valve, I'm not sure if you heard it, that valve went back into the off position down there, and that dot's lined up again. So, it's an overview of the radiant force system, what I've learned, and that's what, hope it helps if there's ever an issue. All right, bye-bye.